The earth was not as it was meant to be. It was a place where angels had walked and angels had fallen, where the gifts of heaven were offered to mortal flesh, changing both the divine and the human in ways no one could imagine. It was in the days before the flood, a time of great corruption and chaos, when God saw that the hearts of men had grown wicked. But what he did not expect, what no one could foresee, was the arrival of beings far beyond human reach, who would break the very laws of creation, the Nephilim, the offspring of fallen angels and human women. But why did God allow it? The world had become wild. The once beautiful landscapes now stood as a testament to mankind's failings. Cities were rising, but so were idolatry, violence, and evil. The wickedness of man tore through the earth like a disease. The sons of God, beings of radiant light and power, watched from above. These were the fallen angels, whose pride had once led them to revolt against God, cast down from heaven. But in their banishment, they found themselves trapped between two worlds, heavenly grace and earthly corruption. These angels, now dwelling in a mortal realm, began to see the daughters of men, beautiful, earthly, fragile, yet captivating. It was an attraction that neither the heavens nor the earth had prepared for. And so the angels looked upon the daughters of men and saw that they were fair, and they took wives for themselves, choosing those whom they would. The moment the angels stepped into the human world, it shattered all boundaries. They were otherworldly beings, glowing with an intensity that made the world seem dimmer by comparison. Their beauty was unparalleled, and their presence commanded the elements to bow. Yet they were drawn to human women, mortal, fragile, yet captivating. It started as whispers in the night, dreams, desires, and temptations, until one day the forbidden took root. The angels descended, their feet touching the ground for the first time. With them, they carried not just power, but a forbidden knowledge of creation. They shared it with the women they married, teaching them secrets of the earth, the heavens, and the stars. The unions were strange and unnatural, beautiful, yet disturbing. Divine blood mixed with mortal flesh. And in the night, the earth trembled at what was born from this forbidden union. The Nephilim, giants mighty and terrifying, began to walk the earth. Their power was unmatched, their size unnatural, their strength a consequence of their heavenly heritage. As time passed, the earth grew darker. The Nephilim, though born of divine beings, were not pure. They were tainted by the rebellion of their fathers. Their strength was unparalleled, but their hearts were filled with the darkness of corruption. Violence, pride, and greed ruled their hearts. They were kings, tyrants, and demigods, and the people of the earth were forced to bow to them. The world began to fall apart, as these giants corrupted every place they touched. Their mighty power became a tool for destruction. Humanity, caught between the Nephilim and the wrath of the fallen angels, suffered under the weight of their existence. The earth became filled with violence. The hearts of men were darkened, and wickedness was all-consuming. God, seeing the destruction and corruption that had taken root, decided that it was time for the flood. The Nephilim, who had once seemed invincible, would be swept away in a flood of divine wrath. In the heart of the flood, there was a promise of renewal. God chose Noah, a man righteous in his eyes, to survive and carry humanity into the next era. The flood would cleanse the earth of the evil that had taken root, a cleansing not just of mankind's wickedness, but a mysterious and corrupted legacy of Nephilim. The flood, though a mercy to the earth, was also a severing of the bond between the divine and mortal realms, a warning that the boundaries between them must never again be breached. The question remains, why did God allow the fallen angels to marry human women? It was not merely to punish humanity or to create chaos. It was a test of obedience, a test of purity, one that ultimately revealed the depths of mankind's fallen nature and the destructive power of pride and desire. In the end, God's judgment was not just a cleansing, but restoration. The flood washed away the twisted union of heaven and earth, leaving a fresh start for humanity. Yet, the consequences of those unions would echo through the generations. The Nephilim may have been destroyed, but their legacy of divine intervention, rebellion, and corruption would haunt the earth forever, a constant reminder that some things are too sacred to cross.